On today's episode of Flowers, I had a chance to sit down with Akbar, one of the most influential photographers around. Here's how it went. Welcome to Flowers. I'm your host, DJ Payday, and today I have the honor of sitting down with the magnificent Akbar. Akbar is one of the most creative people I know. His eye, crazy. What's going on, man? It's a pleasure to have you here today.
First of all, I want to say thank you for having me. I appreciate you. You and I go
Way back. Yeah.
I don't think many know you used to throw them hands. So
I still train, I'm still training. Shout out to Barry, man.
Okay.
Still training, but I ain't fighting anymore. I'm on the new path. I just use it for workout, exercise stuff,
Absolutely.
For sure.
I'm happy to be here.
Of course, listen, I had to have you here, especially on the show, dedicating flowers to people that's been making an impact. Like, some of the most, how can I say it? I've seen some of your work. And I follow a lot of people that take pictures, that model, and when they tag that art by Akbar, it's like, I knew it. Because the picture is flawless, from the way you do the color scheme, the way they're posing, everything, man. Like, I know a few people that had the honor of working with you, and they was like, yo, working with Akbar is like, you gotta see him work, like, you gotta catch him in action.
Yeah, I kind of like, I'm zoned out when I'm working. I'm very professional, and in order for me to accomplish what the client's expectations are, I have to be razor sharp.
Right.
So, yeah.
I mean, I heard it's like, you do this thing where, especially from maternity shoots, you make the dresses fly.
Yeah.
It's like you got a little technique with you wouldn't even know.
Right, but you know what? And that's crazy that you mentioned that, because I've gotten away from the traditional way of photographers using that. Most times, most people bring in a big fan to get, the fabric to move a certain way. And what I found is, it's gonna blow everything, not just the fabric. It's gonna blow any kind of dust you got. It's gonna blow the backdrop.
Right.
So now, I don't mind giving away my tricks.
Right.
I just have a person that just yank the fabric and let it go.
Right. You catch it, but the fact that you catch it and it come out looking the way that it look is like, wow, this is crazy. You know what I mean? But it's a technique that that comes from years of experience and figuring things out.
Right. You gotta find ways to adapt. So I just got tired of, my backdrop blowing all over the place. I'm like, how can I do this? It just makes it easy. I used to have a person just stand there and just like continuously but then it just started to look corny. And by the way, you can control how it looks in post-production.
Wow. See, that's another thing. I know that you've been doing this for how long now?
Almost 20 years.
Wow. And you've worked with some big names.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get into that. Let's speak about. I want you to tell the people about yourself. What you got going on.
Well, like you said, I've been on the scene for 20 plus years. I've always had a camera in my hand. I've been into photography since the age of 18, 19. So I've always had an attraction for it, a passion for it. And when I completed, my degree at FIT in fashion, most people don't even know that. Working in the fashion industry for so many years, I wanted to get away from that. And I honestly wanted to employ myself. And I said, I need to hone in on all these skills that I've developed over the years and really invest in me. So photography was it. I felt like it involves everything that I've trained for previously. So it's my bread and butter right now, And I've had the opportunity to work with some amazing people. I've worked with F.L.O.U.R.S before anybody knew him. I worked with him while he was on his way up. I worked with him after the fame came. I worked with Alexis Sky, who came in from Atlanta, who was just visiting the area, and for that year, I was the photographer on call. I worked with Yandy from love and hip hop. I worked with Ra Ali. I worked with Cardi before Cardi became Cardi. So yeah, I got a few names.
So do you have someone that you would like love to work with, like you always wanted to work with, an ideal person?
That question is a very powerful question because I don't want to come off cocky in any kind of way. I'm not starstruck by any all the celebrities. They're people just like you and I.
Right.
So I'm not taken by their success or their fame, and I don't wish to like ever be around anyone in particular. I just want to be in that circle of energy. Right. I mean, if I had to choose, I would say LeBron James. Why? Because he's moving in so many different directions, and it has little to do with the NBA. So this man, he's doing so much.
You know what I meant though, as far as your work, you know, it's a lot of people out here that's like super photogenic to me. Like I feel like any picture that Janet Jackson takes is like breathtaking. Jada Pinkett, I feel like they're very what's the word? Photogenic. Yeah. You know, that's what I meant. As far as in that sense.
So who would I want to use as a muse?
Right.
Peyton, you'd be surprised, man. There's so many beautiful girls walking the streets of New York, New Jersey, even Patterson,
right,
that I see, and I just be like,
because to be honest with you, you know, like you said, I'm not a starstruck person. If I like you, I like you. You know what I mean? I'm inspired. So it's a lot of people, ordinary people that I'm like really big on. That's the point of me even doing this show. Like you're one of the people, you know, I show you love. I speak so highly of you because I'm proud of your work. You know what I mean? Like you are the man. When it comes to photography and the fact that I have a relationship with you and I've known you for so long is a big thing to me.
This is gonna maybe even surprise you. Your lady, even meeting her, she has a look. I know if I get that in front of a camera, we're gonna create something.
And you know what's so weird about? Well, it's not even weird. That's her niche. That's her gift. Is she's like she has a breathtaking look. The first time I saw her, I had to double back. I went looking for her. You know what I mean? But she does hair photography. Like when she go get braids, you know, the lady that's doing her hair is constantly using her to push her work because she's photogenic.
Right. She is.
I mean, it's a photographer that comes here that was like, hey, you know, I just want to ask you if it's okay if I take pictures of you. No problem. I'm honored.
Right. So meeting people like that,
right,
it takes my breath away every single time because it's like, you know, you don't have to be, you know, from Beverly Hills. You don't have to be a celebrity.
Right.
You know, just raw talent and just seeing her, meeting her at the
brunch.
Yeah. It's just like she got an aura and a look about her that I know would come off really nicely on paper.
She takes very, very, very nice pictures.
Yeah, and she doesn't have to do much.
Even on her own, like really nice pictures. It's her eyes. She knows how to pose. You know what I mean? And it's a natural thing. And to be honest with you, she's extremely shy.
Is she?
Very. She's not she feels like she's not like she don't want to be in front of the camera. That's not her thing. But she has it. You know, anytime she takes pictures, it's like spot on. So you being a photographer, and that's, you know, going back to the question that I asked you before, it's like that. You know what I mean? Like I said, I follow a lot of ordinary people that I'm like really inspired by.
Right.
So like being able to get them to my show is like a big thing. And a lot of them don't have thousands and millions of followers or anything like that. Right. I'm just inspired by them being an everyday person. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, yeah.
I'm inspired by energy.
Right.
Some people just have a great energy. I feed off.
I mean, doing photography I think it's based off of energy.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Everything shows. You're capturing everything.
Yeah.
So if you're in a picture and you're looking sad, you're gonna catch that.
Exactly,
you're gonna catch that energy.
Right.
You got this spunk and then you know you can bring that out and just make it look good.
Right. That's why when I'm in the lab, I never and this is no Nothing against any other photographer. I'm just not controlling in terms of my subject. I allow them to be them. I want to capture them, and no two people are alike. And how do you get that? You can't get the differences between those two when you're controlling your subject.
Right.
You can't. You just have to let them be.
Right. I see you. I don't know much about photography. I'm like, I love it though. I love looking at it. I love learning about it. But me paying attention to you, I noticed that you don't really have your models inside too much. You take them out. Like you're outside. You get a lot of outside shots, and I think it's like phenomenal.
Right. Well, one thing, it'll become monotonous if you always shooting in one particular place. Like the minute I walked in here, I'm like, wow, okay, maybe I could use this spot one day. Because you always want to shoot in different locations because it adds just a little bit more detail to the story. So I see a place, and even downtown Patterson, you'll see a lot of my lifestyle shots. I'm downtown. People don't even know. They're like, "You in New York, Philly?" No, I'm right downtown.
And it's like you make it look, because to be honest with you, I say this all the time. That especially downtown, it's so beautiful. Like the infrastructure is beautiful down here. You know, it's Silk City. It's a lot of big factory buildings. You know, like it's dope. So
Steven Spielberg came in for a reason.
Right.
They're shooting The Equalizer in the building next door to my studio for a reason. Patterson has a lot to offer.
A lot.
You just got to know how to capture.
Right. And you being a man, you definitely get out there and you make it do what it do. I mean, even you. So who's the person behind taking your pictures?
That would be Aisha. That would be my lady.
Right.
She, and as a matter of fact, I just bought her own camera.
She does a great job as well.
It takes a lot of time. And you know, sometimes I get a little impatient with her and I'm fussing at her or whatever. But I'm teaching her real skills because I'm going to actually bring her in where she's going to photograph all the children because I don't have a passion to photograph children. And she wants to take that over. So any shots you see of me shooting somebody or just me, it's her.
And I mean, if you look at your page, in a lot of the pictures of you, it's like, wow, who took that? That's a nice picture. So it's like she catches you in your element. You know what I mean? You're doing a great job teaching her as well, man.
I appreciate that.
You gotta be great to teach, man. Seriously. So is photography something that she always had a thing for as well, or is it just something from watching you?
Right. But back to what you just said, and I'll piggyback off of that. You said it's great to be able to teach. No, you learn more when you teach.
Okay.
So it's an experience for me also. I'm teaching her and I'm teaching myself at the same time.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, you know, it's something that I enjoy and she enjoys as well. You know?
Yeah, I mean, she does a great job. You know, most of the time, you know, people in relationships, one person is normally, you know, into something, another person just really don't have an interest.
Right.
But the fact that she, like I said, did she pick that up, or is it something that she's always been into?
No, she hasn't been into photography at all.
Wow, so it's
just watching.
You inspire her.
Yeah, I'll let her answer that, but yeah.
I mean, I think it's dope. That's dope to me. That's dope.
But all the pictures you see of us together, that's just me putting the camera on the tripod.
And it comes out fire. So that's just y'all posing the right way. That's another talent. You know what I mean? Because I feel like when I take pictures, I got to take 1 million pictures before I get the right one.
Actually, that's not a bad theory. My ratio is 25 to 1. I'm taking 25 to get the one that I want.
Okay. Well, I ain't that bad. Mine is 1 million.
A lot of things cards.
Mine is about 1 million, so I guess I ain't too far off. You know, but listen, man, I definitely had to get you here. I'm super excited about this episode for the fact that, like I said, I feel like I've watched you. I've been around you since I was a kid. And I feel like anything you're involved in, you're passionate about. You know, even down to fitness, running into you into the gym and everything, you know, you just like spot on with it. Like, let's go. A lot of motivation, so.
Well, like you said, you know me and you know my father.
Oh, yeah.
So the training, that's Musa.
Yes, Musa is definitely one of the best. And he don't take it light on you. He don't care who you are. But you know what I like about growing up around under the both of you? Y'all pull out the best. You know what I mean? Like, you got it. You know you got it. Give it your all. Stop playing around. Let's go. So I feel like I'm grateful to have boxing in my life because it taught me discipline and the people that I've been around doing it. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm a part of, it's a part of me. I am who I am today because of that.
Right.
So
and even then, even back then, like, stop playing. Like, I mean, he saw something in you. He met you before I did. But he was like, yo, I got a fighter.
Right.
That hook is something special. And then meeting you and seeing you, like, okay, and then I see you in the streets playing a little bit, but you always found your way right back.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, it's like once I cling on to you, I feel like y'all family to me. So me doing this show, like I said, I had to get you up here, bro, because everybody want to do a shoot with Akbar. Who's shooting? Akbar? Oh, it's going to be lit.
I wish it was everybody.
Listen, man, believe it or not, it's a lot of people that they feel like they're afraid to they feel like your aura is strong, and I'm like, you won't even know this man heart is like a marshmallow.
Right.
Like, he is like but it's the way he carries himself. I've learned that when you carry yourself a certain way, the respect is already there. So people that's half-stepping, they feel like I'm not ready to approach that situation yet because I don't want to get cursed out. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. They know your professionalism.
Well, I appreciate
for sure.
all the people out there, potential clients who may one day visit me. Yeah, I mean, if photography is the goal, trust me, I'm gonna get you to the goal.
Right. So don't be afraid to reach out to my man Ak, man. If y'all want to take some beautiful pics, make sure y'all holler at my man. Ak, let them know where they can find you. As far as your socials.
Across all social media, it's Art by Akbar. On Instagram, it's RARTBY _Akbar. And on Facebook, it is the same, Art by Akbar.
Make sure y'all get with my man if you want some fire pics. I'm telling you, he's the person. But it's a tradition here. The show is called Flowers, so let me give you your flowers. And I appreciate you coming here, man, taking some time out your busy schedule to sit down with me.
I appreciate my flowers on this side.
Of course. For sure. So you already know you have now tuned in to Flowers with DJ Payday and Akbar, the artist, the photographer. Yeah, man. Thank you. Thanks for coming out and playing. It's always love, man.
Good.
Let me get a picture, y'all.
They got some fresh flowers for you. Alright, that's one down.